Hey everybody! This week in our reading, we're going to be learning about a very awesome thing. And it starts off with this book called When Gauri's Trees of Peace. This is such a beautiful book. It has beautiful pictures and it has a really awesome message in it. A lot of the details that you'll see in the pictures help you to understand what is happening in the story. And I want you to make sure that you listen and read the story online. If you are having trouble finding this story with the link that we provided for you, you can always go to YouTube, type in When Gauri's Trees of Peace, read aloud for kids, and a read aloud of this story will come up. You can listen to it, watch it as many times as you want to, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. This is one of my favorite stories that we read all year long. It has an awesome message, and the details in the story of the pictures are just beautiful. Just beautiful. I can't wait for you to read it and let me know what you think, okay? I want to share with you our vocabulary words this week. I made you a little paper that has all of these words on it so that you can use that for your vocabulary work this week. But I have my big picture, so I want to show them to you. Our first word is haul. To haul means to pull or to carry something. And if you see in this picture, these ladies are hauling things on their head. And that is very unusual because I know a lot of ladies, and we here in Alabama in the United States of America don't haul things around on our head. But these women are from a different country. They're from a country in Africa called Kenya. And that is actually where our story is from. And you're going to learn about that this week, about the trees in Kenya. Our next word is barren. Barren means that it is a place that is not able to produce many plants. And if you look at this picture, you'll see there are not many trees, no bushes, no plants or flowers. So we would say this place is barren. Barren, not able to grow or produce any plants. Our next word is village. A village is a small town or community, often in the country, a village. And this is going to be another word that is very important in our story because when Gauri lives in a village in Kenya, Africa. And so her village is very important to her, and the things that she does in her village throughout the story are going to be very important to you too. The next word we have is the word seedling. A seedling is a very young tree or plant. It's grown from a seed. And I wish we were at school because if we were, we would be planting some seedlings to watch them grow. Hopefully you and your family are doing some of that around your house. I know we at my house are because we've got a lot of free time on our hands, and so we've been planting some things. But a seedling is a young tree or plant that grows from a seed. Our last word is earnings. Earnings are payment for work that is done. So if you have a job, you receive earnings, okay? You get paid for your job. Earnings. Okay? So those are the words that you will be using. You have your own little page of those to complete your vocabulary activities this week. You have two of those. One, you will be matching the word to the picture, and the other, you will be matching the word in the sentence where it makes the most sense. Okay? I want you to use the vocabulary helper that I gave you to help you figure that out. And read those words, learn what they're about this week and how they go with Gauri and her trees in our story. Okay? Some other things that we're going to be learning this week in reading are about the central idea. Okay, the central idea in a story is very important. The central idea is what is happening in the text or the story and what it is mostly about. Okay? This can also be called the main idea, which we've all talked about before. The details are like scoops of ice cream, and they are smaller ideas in the story, and they support the main idea. So if you think about a story like an ice cream sundae, you could think about the details being each different scoop. So you've got a chocolate, a vanilla, and a strawberry, and those would be your details, and all of that makes up your story, which would be your central or main idea. We're also this week going to be talking about key details, and I gave you a poster about that. Key details are when you learn about how things happen. So this says, when Gauri was able to bring 30 million trees to Kenya. In When Gauri's Trees of Peace, to figure out the key details, we focus on how when Gauri was able to bring the trees back to Kenya. So we focus on the key details to figure out how something happens in the story. Okay, you're going to use this information on these posters to help you complete some of our work this week. The first thing you're going to use it to complete is this activity on saving water. There's a story here that you're going to read to your parents. You should be able to read this. And then you're going to answer these questions. What is the central idea? And then what are the key details? And I'm going to need you to write that in a sentence. Okay, don't just put out some words. I need to know what you're saying in a sentence. You can use the story to help you. If you need to refer back to your poster about the central idea and key details, you may do that to help you. Okay, you're also this week going to be doing a reading comprehension activity where you will read the story. You can read it to an adult, brother, sister, somebody at your house. You should be able to read this easily. And then you can answer the question here. How is Kylie able to help the playground? Then you're going to draw a picture down here at the bottom. It says draw a picture of one way that Kylie helps the trash situation. Then it says to circle the word much in the story 3 times. And you can color in each time you circle it. You could also use your highlighter for this if you'd like. Okay? Our last activity for the week is a comprehension check assessment. This would be from the When Gauri's Trees of Peace and also focusing on the central idea and key details that we have learned this week. Okay, happy reading. I hope you enjoy this story as much as I do. I listen to it 2 or 3 times every single year because I think it is such an important story about how people give back to their community, about how they grow things, and how that even here in America in spring, we're growing things just like people are all over the world. So I hope you enjoy it, and I can't wait to hear what you think about it. Bye.